Hello, comrades, and welcome back to Ushanka Show. Здравствуйте, дорогие товарищи. В эфире программа Ushanka Show. Just a friendly reminder that my book American Diaries is available on Amazon.com or shoot me an email if you would like to have a signed copy. Thank you.
Вы смотрите программу Ushanka Show.
I had several people asking me about hot drinks that were popular in Soviet Union. Of course, we're talking about tea and we're talking about coffee. Of course, tea was number one drink. Usually it would be tea from Georgia, Gruzinski chai they call it. There'll be three grades, first, second and third, and I think it was also maybe premium grade. It was mostly loose tea, so you had to have special metal containers with the holes that you put the tea, then you pour boiled water, and then you let it simmer for a little bit. And of course, many of you are familiar with samovar, big copper device to boil water to make tea. But of course, nowadays we just use teapots like everyone else, heat up water, make some tea. Then usually, I never had a tea by itself. I always like have some sweet snacks. So today we're going to also talk about snacks. But before we jump to the snacks part, I also want to mention, and that was quite a disappointment for my wife and my father-in-law when they went to visit in Ukraine, that we don't drink regular coffee. We always use instant coffee like this Taster's Choice that I drink. I use a lot, I like it, but apparently Americans prefer coffee made out of, how do you call those devices they make coffee, Cheryl? Nespressos, or made out of ground coffee, not instant coffee. So as I said, they were quite upset to find out that my family didn't have a coffee maker, and actually I believe none of my friends ever had a coffee maker. We just buy instant coffee. The one was made in USSR was pretty crappy quality. The best instant coffee you could purchase in Soviet Union was from India, believe it or not. Indian instant coffee, and the price was 6 rubles per metal can, so that was pretty expensive. Okay, and now to the sweet snacks part. So first of all, of course, it's sukhariki. It's a dry bread. This one has raisins in it and sprinkled with sugar. I bought it in Canada, in Ontario, at the Yummy Market, and this is a $2.99 per bag like this. And it came from Russia, sukhari с изюмом. So all it is just a sweet dried bread with raisins. And first of all, of course, when you use it, you dip it in a tea. Make it soft. And then you bite the soft part. Just like that. Yum yum. Also, you can see on the table is halva. I'm not sure how many people are familiar with that item. It's made from pressed sunflower seeds. Then you add sugar and other items. In this case, it has kuraga, has dried apricots, pieces of dry apricot. So and this is a really thick stuff. This is when they process sunflower oil. This is what leftovers from making sunflower oil, and then they figure out adding sweets will make it delicious treat. It came originally, I think, from Asia or like Turkey area. So this is really popular, and this is 250 gram container I bought for $1.99. So it's Canadian dollars, so $2 Canadian. And of course, when I had tea, you always add sugar. My family was quite a sugaraholics, and that was one kind of interesting thing when I married to my wife. She's American. She noticed right away how quickly sugar was disappearing in our house because I was adding quite a bit of sugar to every cup I think I would add to this amount of tea maybe 2-3 teaspoons of sugar. And over the years, I slowly kind of got myself off the sugar rush, and right now I don't add any sugar. So I improved my habits. But my mother still, when I come to visit in the village, she'll make me tea and she will add so much sugar that I want to puke. So my taste buds changed too. So here you see how the cans of instant coffee looked. Two on the left, those are made in Soviet Union. It's called natural instant coffee. And the one on the right, you probably can read it, says Indian instant coffee. Original 100% Indian instant coffee. And those were hard to get, and that was considered the best instant coffee you can buy, period, in Soviet Union. Okay, here is a close shot of that can, and you know, I totally forgot until I saw this picture, because I got very disturbed, because you could see nipples on this lady on the can, so that was really kind of weird to see this on the picture on a can of coffee. And apparently this is how India paid back to Soviet Union the money they owned for the military equipment they purchased. One of those things, there was Indian tea and Indian coffee, just like that. And actually, I just remember I had a horrible experience of drinking for the very first time real coffee, like brewed ground coffee. It happened in Kiev with one of my friends. He was that type. He liked to stop at cafes and have a cup of coffee. And I always had coffee only at home, which was lukewarm, very sweet. I always liked. Actually, I forgot. You also quite often added. We didn't have a coffee creamers, so you would add condensed milk instead of a coffee creamer. So you make instant coffee, then you add some condensed milk. So we were doing something. So we're walking by this Cafe Alyonushka, and my friend Oleg, he's like, hey, why don't we stop by and have a cup of coffee? And I was like, okay. And apparently he had no cash. So I ended up paying for both of us, and he promised me he will pay me back, which is, fine, whatever. So we ordered 2 cups of coffee, and they made it black. And it was boiling hot, as a coffee is supposed to be. And me, with my habit of drinking lukewarm coffee, I just took a big swig and almost died. First of all, because it was so hot, I burned my tongue, and it was so nasty because it was just black coffee, so it was not sweet. So that was just horrible experience, but it was not cheap, so I ended up slowly drinking it all, hating it. And kind of to add to my insult, my friend never paid me back for that cup of coffee, so I paid for both cups of coffee. I burned my tongue, and I hate it so much. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this short video, and I have more food items I would like to show you, the ones I purchased in Canada, so I'll make some more videos, and I'll talk to you soon. До свидания, goodbye. Hey, by the way, cool merch for cool comrades is available at the Ushanka store at teespring.com. And if you love my channel and would like to show your support, please click on the link below this video and become the patron of the Ushanka Show. For as little as $1, you can help us grow and create the new interesting videos about the life in Soviet Union.